Hello there and welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. Happy to have you with us. And I think my expectations are high here in this ranked tour event. Let's get it. Nice drive, just striping it. We're in the deep stuff. You might need a club or two extra on this shot. And you might not have enough club from the rough. Oof, right by with the chip. Starting the day off at even par. Let's see what we can do from here. All right, par 3, second hole. Let's do this. Come on, kick to the right. Well, that'll do for now. All right, good luck with this 15-footer. And this one's going pretty hard left to right. So good. That was a fantastic shot. And a heads up this hole. We got a tailwind blowing with the ball. Oh, and a down slope out there in the landing area. This one could catch a few more yards. Well, let's hope this one doesn't find the rough. And here's your second shot here on the third. Oh my goodness, that almost went down. You send this ball home, you'll plop a birdie on the scorecard. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like this one's taking a break to the left. That one drops, and that's your second birdie in a row. The makings of a streak, perhaps. And after that hole, you're 2 under par. Teeing up on the fourth hole now. Nicely done. You got some good contact there. Well, like what you've done with this hole, just got to drive the green and putt for eagle. Sounds good. Ooh, this is shaping up to be interesting. This putt for eagle. This one's going to the left. This one's looking decent. Oh, yes, that'll go down. Nicely done. And the current leader is ahead by 2 strokes at the moment. Got a right to left breeze on this hole. We're on the green with that one. Well done. And here's a 13-footer. Looks like this putt will track a bit to the right. And that will do ya. In there for the birdie. Well done. All right, the par 4 6th hole is next. This looks like it'll be in the fairway. Okay, setting up about 180 yards out. And you're just 3 strokes off the lead. Setting up here with a very long putt. This starts off pretty straight and then goes a bit to the left. Ooh, almost. This putt's about 5 feet. 5 under for the moment. And the par 4 7th hole. Oh, you almost hold that out. Okay, this is your eagle chance. Let's not squander it. Oh, yeah, that was fantastic. Okay, 7 under par at the moment. You got a left to right breeze on this hole. Setting up about 115 yards out. Hey, I'm liking this. You're hitting lots of greens, it seems. Okay, 7 strokes off the lead after that hole. All right, have a good tee shot here. We got a par 4 for the 9th. Ooh, that drive had some mustard on it. Right by the hole. Here's a 7-foot putt. And as that drops, that's your 5th birdie of the day. Current leader has a 3-stroke lead at the moment. Here comes the 10th hole. Nice, that's some solid contact. Setting up here about, I'd say 100 yards out. And just 2 strokes away from our leader here. You had that one dialed in, didn't you? For the birdie. Shaping up out here. That's birdie number 6 on the day. Current leader ahead by 5 strokes. And the 11th hole is a par 5. Just a pure swing. All right, we got about somewhere around 250 yards to go here. And there's some fantastic golf putting for eagle. Hopefully you get the right pace on this one. It is extremely long. Starting this one out pretty good. Liking how it's turning out. And it drops. Well done. Fantastic putt. And you've got a 2-stroke lead as we move to the next. Okay, here we go. Par 4, 12th hole. Let's do it. That'll do. Okay, this is about 105 yards-ish to the pin. Nice shot. That'll do. This putt's around 19 feet away. And as you line this putt up, tilting a little bit to the right. Looking good so far. Ooh, continues to be good. And the putt goes down. Fantastic work. And after that one, you're sitting at 13 under par. See if you can use the wind on this hole. It's left to right. That's unfortunate. And here's our second shot on the 13th. This one's gonna need to bite. And you've done yourself a service there. We're back in the fairway. That's great. All right, let's go. This to save par. Our current leader is ahead by 4 strokes as we check the board here. All right, on to the 14th. This one is a par 4. Nice swing. Ooh, I didn't love seeing that. And this next putt for par. And this one's going a bit to the right. And as that goes down, you got your par. Well done. And 13 under par is your current score. That wind's blowing right into our face on this one. Oh, you hit that one well. Great work there. That's a great approach. Here's a 9-foot putt. Nothing too crazy in this one, I don't think. Just a little bit to the left. And that'll go. Nicely done. After that one, you're 2 strokes behind the pace. Let's see what happens here on the 16th. And let's see if this one will run. You caught the downslope. Okay, about, I'd say 185 or so to the pin from here. Oh, yeah, that's going to do just fine. Great work. Okay, this one for eagle. Wow, 16 under after that hole. Okay, now on to the par 4 17th. Holy, you just ripped it. Okay, this one's a 3-footer. And the person in the number 1 spot is ahead by 3 strokes currently. All right, we're on the 18th tee. This one's a par 5. Ooh, came on to that one. Look at it go. Hitting into an elevated green here. We're going to need a little extra club, I think. Ooh, it almost went down. And the putt drops, and we're done here. And you're going to end up at 18 under. Wow, what a round. And that's going to do it for us here today. Thank you so much for playing, and we'll see you next time. Hello there and welcome to this society event. Today we start the round with a par 4. It's time to get on our horse. Let's pop that drive into the fairway and be on our way. Okay, and that one will just barely make its way into the light rough. Oh, how dialed was that? That almost went in. Looking at an 11-foot putt here. Good job dropping that one in there for the bird. And after that one, you sit at 1 under par. Wind blowing left to right on this hole. Second shot here on hole number 2. Almost hold it. And with that tap, it's a birdie on the scorecard. And after that hole, you'll go down to 2 under. Okay, we got a par 4 here on the 3rd hole. Okay, let's get out of this greenside rough. Oh, the chip's denied. All right, this putt for the birdie. All right, you brought things down to 3 under after that hole. And 4th hole coming up. Beauty of a swing there. Okay, this is about 240 yards or so from the pin. I'll tell you what, that was some great golf I just saw on this hole. Next putt for eagle. This one for eagle. Starts off pretty straight, I think, and then heads to the left. And after that one, you're bringing your score down to 5 under. Okay, careful out there. We got a tailwind. Oh, tee shot's looking good here. Here's our second shot on this 5th hole. That was well played. Here's an 8-footer. And that drops for your 4th birdie of the day. We have a par 3 here on the 6th. Silky swing. Nice stroke. We're on the green. Here's a putt to go to 7 under. This putt's moving uphill and to the right. Oh, what do we have here? Who continues to be good? Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt. And our current leader is up by a stroke on the rest of the field. Here we go. Par 5, 7th hole. This one looks pretty safe. Okay, here's our second shot here on the 7th hole. Well done. That's another green in regulation. That's 6 feet to go here. Oh, that's how you do it. In there for the eagle. Well done. Okay, wind's picking up a bit. We got a headwind on this one. Look at you go. Well done. And that will go. And you are currently 10 under par. Teeing this one up on hole number 9. Nothing wrong with that. Pin's about 145 yards away. Okay, there we go. Here we go. This drops and you get a bird. You're cooking out there. 7th birdie so far. And a 3-stroke lead for our leader at the moment. And now we head to the 10th, and we have a par 4 to deal with. Okay, there you go. Oh, look at this shot. And 4 feet to go. And that drops in for bird number 8 on the scorecard. Great work. All right, par 4 here on the 11th hole. That sounded good. And now hitting out of the rough. Yep, that's going to do just nicely. Sink this and you could go to 13 under for the day. This one looks like it's moving a bit to the right here. That is fine work. And it is a 2-stroke lead at the moment for our leader. Wind is blowing right to left on this one. Oh yeah, that was a tidy little shot. Well done. And this one is for the birdie. I think it goes straight and then dives a bit to the left. Okay, moving on to the next. And after that hole, you sit at 13 under par. Here we go on the 13th. We got a par 5 now. Man, you got a hold of that one. It's about 195 yards to that pin from here. And there's a bit of a downslope on this green to be careful of. And for an astonishing 15 under par for the day. Going up the hill with this putt, breaking left to right. This putt's good so far. Amazing shot. And our leader currently has a 4-stroke advantage on the field. Teeing off now in a long par 4. Look at that thing go. And here's shot number 2 on hole number 14. You'll be all right there. Here's a 14-foot putt. It could be a good one. So good. Oh, lovely shot. And after that hole, you sit at 16 under par. Wind's blowing from our backs on this one. Tee shot's looking fairway bound. Here's our second shot on the 15th hole. Yeah, that'll work. All right, this one's about 9 feet from the cup. You might be on your way to quite a little streak here. 2 birdies in a row. And after that hole, you stand at 17 under par. And now the par 3, 16th. Safely on the green. All right, here's a 22-footer. I don't think there's too much movement in this putt. So far, so good. This one's still on track.
Oh, yes, that'll go down. Nicely done.
All right, let's see what we can do off the tee here. It's a long par 4. Yep, that was a good swing. Well done. All right, this one's about 125 yards out. The green kind of slopes up around the pin. We don't want to leave this short. Got to make sure we get it there. All right, sink this, and that'll be for birdie. I think we got a bit of a tilt to the right on this putt. And that's going to go for the bird. Current leader enjoying a 2-stroke lead at the moment. And best of luck as you bring this one on home here on the 18th hole.
Oh my, safe to say you got all of that one.
Okay, this is about 125 yards away. Well done. That's a nice little pinch shot there. Lining up a 6-foot putt here. And the putt will drop. And your round is over. All right, this event has come to an end for you, and you've wound up tied for first place. Hopefully you can stick there by the time this event has come to a full close. All right, thank you so much for the round. That was great to spend a little time outdoors with you. And hi there, my name's John McCarthy, and I would like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. We're looking forward to today, no question. And we have a par 4 first hole to start out with today. Let us grip and rip our first drive down the middle, and we'll take it from there. Setting up from 145 yards away. Heading for the green. That's going to work just fine on the approach. And here's what you're dealing with for a birdie. That was a good putt. Currently sitting at 1 under par. All right, par 5 for the second hole. Let's pipe this one up there. Yep, that's going to do. And setting up around 215 yards out. "27 feet from the cup." Well, this has my attention.
And it drops. Well done. Fantastic putt.
And after that hole, you are now 3 under par. That wind is picking up, blowing left to right on this one. Come on, kick left. Safe approach. Nice. This one's about 15 feet. This putt's going uphill. Looks like it's moving right to left. Bringing things down to 4 under after that one.
All right, here we go with the par 4, 4th hole.
Nice swing onto that one. And this one's about 180 yards out. And 4 strokes back at this point. Okay, on the green safely. 15 feet to go from here. This putt's going left to right pretty hard.
Oh my.
Okay, here's a par putt. And nice putt. Let's move on. And as we check the leaderboards, you're 4 strokes back after that hole. And let's see what we can do here on the 5th hole. Nice, pure swing. Great stuff. And this one's around $150 to the pin. And 5 strokes off the lead. Boom, there's another green in regulation. Nice. Here you go. This for the birdie. That's going to bring things down to 5 under par. Heads up. Wind's going right to left on this one. I'll take that. And here's our second shot on the 6th.
In there.
And here comes a 4-footer. And that one drops for your 4th birdie of the day. I'm liking that. Sitting at 6 under par after that one. And the 7th hole, we have a par 4.
Oh my goodness, just absolutely strike.
And this one's about 120 yards to the pin. And 5 strokes back at this point. Good job. We're on the green. All right, 19 feet to the cup. This putt's moving to the left up the hill. Oh, this one's starting out okay.
Continues to be on line. Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt.
And currently sitting 4 strokes off the lead. And this is the 8th hole. We got a par 5. Swinging like silk. Okay, we were about 205 to the pin from here. and 5 strokes off the lead.
Oh, that was a nice little shot there, clearing the bunker and sticking the green. Good stuff.
And this is for a bird with big wings. Eagle putt coming up.
Oh, no.
3 feet left. Great work out there on the course today. Birdie number 6. Our leader is 3 strokes above the field right now. That's a safe shot. This one's just under 20 feet. And this one looks like it's going just a touch to the left. Oh, this one's looking okay.
And the putt goes down. Fantastic work.
We've got a headwind blowing in our face on this one. And look at this. You got all of that one. I'm sure of it. Here's our second shot on the 10th.
Ooh, this one could get there. Needs some roll.
Oh, almost perfection there with the chipper. All right, let's pop this in. Birdie putt. What a display. 8th birdie of the day in there. And as we look at the leaderboard, the current leader is leading by a stroke. Good work out there. You found the green there, and that's understating it. All right, you've got this for the birdie. Let's go. Just 2 strokes off the lead after that one. Okay, on the tee of the 12th hole, it's a par 4. Yeah, that's going to work for you. I'm liking that. And this is your look at birdie. And after that one, 12 under par. Well, see if you can use the tailwind on this hole. And driving the old green, putting for eagle. Nothing wrong with that. This one's a 9-footer. This one looks like it has a bit of a break to the right. And our leader currently has a 1-stroke advantage on the field. All right, 14th hole. This one's a par 3. That's safe. This is a clutch putt in this event for you. Best of luck.
It looks like this one's breaking right to left.
Beautiful shot. And after that hole, it looks like 15 under is where you sit. And teeing up now on the 15th hole. Looks like this tee shot's coming in for a safe landing. This one's about 110 yards from the pin. And that will play. Thank you very much. All right, staring down a birdie putt here. I think we got a right to left break on this one. Oh, and this putt from 4 feet. And our leader is ahead by 4 strokes at the moment. Okay, on to 16. This one's a par 4. You can tell just by the sound that that was hit with extreme force. No, it's going right by the hole, isn't it? All right, give this a little tap and we can move on. And after that one, 16 under par. We got a headwind to deal with on this hole. Oh, just smashed that. Well, that's good. I didn't want to end up in that first cut, but fairway for you. All right, this one's about 85 yards out. Hopefully this one sticks nice for us. Looks like we could have a birdie on this hole. All right, moving forward. And it looks like our leader is ahead by 3 strokes at the moment. And now over to 18. This one's a par 5. Don't see that every day. I guess you're just going to take that driver off the fairway and be on your way. Okay, here's our 3rd shot. This one's going to need to bite. That was good stuff. 6 feet to the cup. And the putt drops and your round's done. And you finished in 1st place. That is pretty darn good. The event is not over though. You have to wait and see how things shake out by the end of this one. And until then, keep your fingers crossed. Hello and welcome to this society event. My name is John. We've got a first hole par 4 ahead. Let's start this round with a bang. Put that one out there in the fairway. I like that. And 2nd shot here on the 1st. Nicely done. 6 feet to go here. And your performance on this first hole bodes well for the rest of your round. We're starting out under par. I like seeing that. Wind blowing left to right on this one. That'll work. All right, let's get a birdie and get out of here. What do you say? Breaking pretty hard to the left. Right by. Just 4 feet left on this one. And after that one, you currently sit at 1 under par. Okay, we're on the third hole. It's a par 4. Oh, that was a fine swing. Fine swing. And this shot's about 120 yards away from the pin. Yeah, that'll work. Nice approach. This putt is about 14 feet. Yeah, I think this putt's going to break to the right. Oh, too bad. Okay, you've got this one for par. And you're currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And now we're teeing up on the 4th. That ball's going for days. It's never going to come down. And we got about 225 yards to go from here. All right, on the green and under regulation, you got a putt for eagle, and that's fantastic. This is a very, very long putt, but I have confidence in you. And this one's going pretty hard right to left. I'll take that from that type of distance. All right, nicely hold. Let's move to the next. And the wind's a little blustery. It's blowing right to left on this one. Oh man, that was just striped. Here's our second shot on the 5th. Oh, hang on. Almost that almost went down. And after that one, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And after that one, you'll bring your score down to 3 under. All right, nice clean swing here on the 6th hole. We got a par 4 ahead of us. Oh yeah, I'll approve that. And this one's about 85 yards to the pin. Ooh, that will play. And this putt for the birdie. Boom, and that's your 4th birdie of the day. All right, making our way to the 7th hole, and it's a par 5. I think she's coming in for a landing on the fairway. Second shot here on the 7th. This could take you down to 6 under par. Oh. All right, nice 3-footer to deal with. And everyone's chasing the player on the top of the leaderboard, currently enjoying a 7-stroke lead. Yeah, you might need a little more power. We got a headwind on this hole. All right, right, setting up in the fairway sand. And out of that beach and on to the green with us. This could be a birdie if you want to drop this in the hole. And as that drops in the hole, that's your 6th birdie today. And after that one, you're at 6 under. Well, let's let this fly here on the 9th. And chalk up another green in regulation. Okay, now this from 11 feet. I think this one's moving to the right. Oh, come on, be nice. All right, this one for par. And you are clocking in at 8 strokes behind our leader. All right, we head to the 10th. We got a par 4 ahead of us. Nice swing. And this one's about 165 yards out. Oh no, that's going right. Well, unfortunate. That's going to get counted as a missed green. And from the green side rough. Oh, denied, denied. Okay, this will save you par. 8 strokes off the pace as we move to the next. Wind's picking up out there. We got a headwind on this hole. Good shot. Here's an 18-footer. Wonderful work out there so far. That's your 7th birdie on the day. Teeing her up here on a long par 5. Whoa, got a hold of that one. Just raw power unleashed there. Okay, second shot here on the 12th. Taking driver off the fairway, are ya? Good job. Here we go. This one for birdie. Birdies everywhere. 8th birdie of the day for you. Great work. Okay, 13th hole. This one's a par 4. Great swing. All right, this one's about 75 yards out. Oh, yeah, that's going to do just nicely. Lining up for a 9-foot putt here. I think we got a left to right break here. Ooh. And the only thing left to do is sink this putt and get your par. And our current leader is ahead of the pack by 6 strokes as we check the leaderboard here. Okay, now for the par 5, 14th. Oh my, you caught that one. Look at it go. And this one's about 210 yards or so from the pin. This one from 22 feet. This one's breaking right to left, going downhill. Here's a look for birdie. All right, that putt'll go. Okay, 6 strokes behind our leader after that hole. Okay, tailwind blowing with us on this one. This one could get to the green, needs some legs. And there we go. That one's holding on to the fairway for you. Ooh, is this one going to go down? All right, tap this one on in. We'll head to the next. And the person in first place has a 4-stroke lead at the moment. Okay, let's unload on this one. Par 4, 16th hole. I got a good feeling. Really nice swing. Okay, I'll accept that. This one's a short 3-foot putt. Our current leader is ahead by 4 strokes as we check the board here. And this one is the 17th, and we got a par 3 here. Come on, give us a kick to the left. Really well judged approach there. All right, setting up 6 feet from the cup. And our leader is ahead by 4 strokes at the moment. Okay, this one is a par 4. It's on the shorter end. This one's looking bunker bound. Fingers crossed for a nice up and down out of this greenside bunker. Yep, that'll work from there. Please sink this. I'd love to see you write a 59 down on that scorecard. Amazing work. All right, starting this one way outside the left of the hole. Today you get to end your round with a par, and that's a-okay in my books. And at the end of the day, 12 under par for you. Okay, that will do it for me. Thank you so much for playing, and we will see you soon.